Hello! Alright. I was thinking about taking a walk around the place, my house, just to like show you. I don't know if I can even get myself in the picture. I just made this new shirt. I ripped it up and I made it. It's got, I don't even know what it is. It's fucking cool though. It's like this mesh silver glittery fucking thing. Real quickly, I get this a lot. People asking me if I'm fucking gay because of whatever, because I have eyeliner on or whatever, you know. Who else does? Tell them that it is. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't like this guy. I'm not gay, by the way. I mean, I take offense to that. I've never fucking had any interest at all. I mean, people who know me know that. I don't know. I'm like the opposite. I mean, for a while I was like a pretty bad male slut. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I was just close to gigolo. I mean, I was fucking, well, you know, I was one of the many guys who fucking had the girl fucking stripping and fucking, you know, paying rent, buying the drugs and fucking blah blah blah, buying music equipment and recording time and playing shows and making flyers and, you know, had the girls in the front row and going up on stage and stripping. I mean, it was a good life. I'm not gonna lie. But if fucking, you know, the drugs, the heroin, you just can't socially use heroin. I mean, you can try, you can eventually get on methadone, and the state or the country or whatever you want to call it will fucking pay for your opiate habit. And that's the fucking truth. I have a lot of friends who did heroin for like 7 or 8 years, you know, went to detox about 3 or 4 times, OD'd a few times, and then they just go on methadone. I mean, I did methadone for 2 years. It was the hardest fucking drug I ever fucking kicked. And I will never get on methadone again. I went to try to get some, I had back surgery, I want a pain management now, and it's so hard for someone like me who's got a drug problem with heroin to get on pain management. And they gave me OxyContin. I was taking the 30s 2 or 3 times a day until I was taking 10 a day and being out of my month's supply, 9 days. And then I'd have 21 days to try to come up with something equivalent. 300 milligrams of Percocet and those Oxy-80s, but the best thing is that Suboxone. It's, you know, Subutex and naloxone. It's got a blocker. I don't think you can even overdose from it. I mean, I've taken 8 milligrams, and you know, all I need is a quarter or a third of a pill, which is like $8 at the pharmacy. So that's like a $3 a day habit, and it keeps me, you know, level. And you know, people who think that, you know, I'm still fucking high, well, they're wrong, because I'm not nodding out. I'm not sticking a needle in my arm or, you know, smoking anything on a tinfoil. I'm not hanging out with shady people. I'm not, you know, the behaviors are all gone. You know, the whole network of people that you socialize with is gone. Get yourself out of that. I mean, it's been a while, and I'm not here to make attitude now, but damn, Boston was tough. You know, it's tough when you have a core of friends who are all in a band who, you know, have this dream and this goal and this desire, and then fucking this drug comes into play and it just turns everybody fucking. But anyway, I was going to play guitar. I just wanted to check in and say hi. I was going to take you a little tour. Let you see my cat. That right there, baby. Say hi, baby. Hey! Black cat. That black cat bit me so bad, and fucking the next day I started having weird cat-like powers. And I was thinking about putting together, like, there's no Catman. I mean, there's Batman, there's no Catman. Now, why is cat? Is a cat like a feminine animal? Because I think that would be a fucking really cool, like, pantherish, like the Crow. I think the Crow meets the Flash meets Batman, but very dark. I would like to make Catman would probably be a more erotic thriller, like a Flesh Gordon type of movie. I would really like that. He would be a bad guy. So he would be the main character, would be a bad guy who kind of like a Suicide Squad, would be, you know, would have a change of heart or for whatever reason would turn around and, you know, would fight for something good. Or not for good, but for somebody that he cares about. And that would be what would make him good, I think. When two bad people go up against each other, it's always the lesser of two evils that you root for. I really feel bad about this whole presidential thing too, by the way, because shit, you know, fucking Donald Trump, it is so blatantly obvious that he's throwing this election. for fucking Hillary Clinton. He is a pawn that they fucking had come into this game to fucking mix up the Republican Party. To have him run for a separate party, he's going to take half the fucking Republican votes away from whoever runs for the Republican Party, and then Hillary Clinton's just going to walk right through it. And I used to be like a pro-Clinton, but I watched a bunch of documentaries and specials about what the fuck she's been doing for the last few years. You know, expect her to come out of the closet, expect her to come out and say Chelsea's not her kid, and, you know, expect her to use the sexist card all throughout this fucking election. And I'm calling it right there like I see it. I already saw a couple of the commercials where it's all black and white and lesbians. Like, she's really going for that whole like demographic. You know, I really think this country might need to go back to like an old school style Ronald Reagan president, but I don't think we have to go to such extremes as Trump. I really wish that, what's his name, Jon Stewart would run for president. I think he'd be great. You know, Reagan was an actor, and they got him. So, you know, even the wrestler there that does the conspiracy things, I would vote for him before I would vote for Trump. Or, you know, Hillary, I don't know. I really think a girl should be allowed to decide what she does with her body. I don't think if a girl is pregnant at 15 or 19 or incest rape, she'd be forced to keep the kid. Like 8 out of those 10 Republicans said the other night in the GOP, they are all for banning abortion. To, you know, even if it's a mother's life is in danger, even for rape. I mean, you know, and then they get those Planned Parenthood videos popping out everywhere about, you know, it already has come to, you know, whatever. They've already figured out a lot of those were hoaxes. And, you know, I don't think the big deal is that people is what they're doing. I think the big deal is that they're not telling the girls who are getting the abortions who are paying $300 for an abortion, and then they're turning around taking an abortion, aborted fetus, and selling it, and making a profit off that. I mean, if anything, the girl should sign a waiver saying she's agreeing to, you know, she's a donor. At that point, I would say she is a donor, an organ donor, and that is one of her organs at that point. And anybody says it's alive in this person, it's breathing water. It's not even breathing air yet. I mean, the thing's not even formed yet. It's starting to form. It's not. I am so for the government not telling you what you can do, what you can take, where you can go, and you know they have this new thing now. Look it up, called what is it called? Real ID? I don't know. Well, a bunch of states already implemented it. You cannot get on a plane and go out state to state traveling without a special ID now. And if you have a felony, you can't even leave the fucking country. Did you know that? It's like. I'm trapped here. I mean, I was talking jokingly about going to Canada or somewhere to get away from all this drama, and I can't. This country, I was one of the, you know, I was born in the 70s, early 70s, and I did some time. I mean, I was the first of many who discovered that new restraining order policy. They went into effect in the 80s when my girlfriend, just teenagers now, started playing that game where they just call the cops every time we got in a fight, and then kiss and make up and get back together. But when you get a restraining order and you get back together, that's still in effect. No matter what the girl says. 3 times they caught me getting back with the girl. She came into my house, and I got arrested for violation of restraining order, 3rd offense. No bail. Time in jail. Salem jail. Old jail. We had to shit in buckets. I was 18 years old. I had blonde hair down to my ass. It was horrible. I had to go back again for probation violation for that. Because once you get on probation in America, it's very fucking hard to get off if you do smoke pot or drink. Especially if you're a teenager. You know, 2 years probation with 3 years suspended. Of course, you're scared, you don't want to go to jail. I'll take it, I'll be good. You know, 4 months down the line, you smoke a joint and you feel it, and now you get your 3 years. Oh no, we'll just give them a piece of it. 6 months, and the balance suspended with another 2 years probation. I mean, I was on probation until I was almost 30 years old. And I mean, I never once, in any of the times that they fucking, they threw me in jail quite a bit for not showing up for court. Because if I thought I was going to jail, I wouldn't go, and they'd have to come get me. And then for that, I now have like, I think 32 defaults on my record, which means, you know, when I got arrested for jaywalking, I get a 10 grand bail. But enough about me. This is just a little, you know, and alright.